Hello there everyone and welcome to W3L Wrestling Showdown Box Office Spotlight. Yes, for the next couple of weeks we're taking a hiatus from bringing you classic matches never before seen from the W3L archives to shine a spotlight on our fantastic W3L Box Office, which if you're ahead of the curve you'll know is at W3LBoxOffice.com. Hopefully you've been on there already. Hopefully you've watched some of our biggest and best events via digital download, but if not, don't worry, I'm going to tell you all about it in just a moment or two. But as the year rolls on, we're halfway through already, as unbelievable as that is, we are hopeful to bring you some live events towards the latter part of this year. These are the dates we currently have penciled in. These were rescheduled from last year and of course are all subject to change. But these are the dates that we are currently working with. And if you bought tickets for any of these last year, please keep them because they will remain valid for as long as it takes. We'll get you at some point, I promise. But stay tuned to all of our social media platforms. As soon as we know when and where we can run, we will let you know when and where we are running. This is currently what we have to work with, however. When we do get back up and running, we'll have Crafty Connoisseur coming along as our live event sponsor. They've recently updated their website, so you should go onto it and make a purchase. They'll send it straight to your door, so you don't even have to leave the house. You can even stay indoors and do a remote virtual tasting. Check them out, make a purchase, tell them that we said hello, and also buy yourself an awesome t-shirt. I'm wearing the Wrestling Soldier one, as you can see. There are a whole bunch of amazing designs. Go get yourself one, show your support for WTL, particularly as we're getting towards us coming back up and running live. So get a t-shirt to show your support, and also buy a fan support package. These won't last much longer. They will nearly be gone very, very soon. As you can see, prices begin at £5. That's all of the things you're going to get for your money, and it just helps you help us keep going and pay those bills that unbelievably we still need to pay. Even though we can't run live events and bring you wrestling, we still have costs and overheads, and this just helps alleviate that. So if you can spare a £5 or more, please do. We would be very, very grateful. You can get the fan support packages and t-shirts from our website. I'll tell you more about that in a second. But let's look at the box office. We launched it last year, and it's a way for you to get some of WTL's biggest and best events from throughout the history of the worldwide wrestling. It starts way back at our second ever event, Resurrection. We come up towards the present day. There's a whole bunch of cool events that you can get your hands on via digital download. You can rent them, you can buy them, you can do as you see fit. Now, some of these events you can purchase individually for only $4.99. Sorry, it's the American platform and over in Scotland, but there you are. Or we do have a binge monthly option, and selected titles are available for you to get for only $9.99 per month. You can watch all those titles to your heart's content. Again, these spawn the length and breadth of the worldwide wrestling league and feature many of your favourite W3L stars, the likes of Mike Musso, the very good Mr. UNG Mackey, Taylor Bryan, Kevin Owens, etc, etc, etc. Also features some of the names of British wrestling's past, and Blondie Barry we still see going to this day, Rowdy Ricky Knight, Iceman, you name it, they're all on there. And what about those that have gone on to do other things? WWE superstar Drew McIntyre, he's on there. He's on the W3L boxes, you can watch some of his matches. What about fellow Raw superstar Nikki Cross? She's in some of these events. How about former WWE champion, now of course mainstay of NXT, Finn Balor? He's there. Go at the Clash of Titans. As is the man we now call Killian Dane in NXT. Yeah, he was part of WTL. And what about whoever Piper Niven is supposed to be these days? I believe she's being renamed, but currently hasn't been yet. She made her debut on Raw just this past Monday. We knew her as Viper. She's a former WTL Women's Champion. She is also on the box office. You can watch all of them by going to W3LBoxOffice.com. And these box office titles are amazing. They are full live events. Dare I say they're like the pay-per-view of W3L. Multiple camera angles, backstage interviews, all that sort of stuff. I've said it before, but if you haven't quite grasped, if you've not watched them, do so. Go online. If you go to the box office website, W3LBoxOffice.com, you can of course view the trailer for all these that are up here on the network as well. But go view the trailer and you'll see what I mean. You should make a purchase. The particular event we're spotlighting this week, however, here on Box Office Spotlight as 7 Deadly Sins 2016. And of course, 7 Deadly Sins, as you know, is the toughest tournament in all of pro wrestling. You have 4 rounds of action, each with its separate stipulations. The opening rounds are Battle Royal, the quarterfinals are 10-minute singles matches, the semi-finals are submission rules, of course. The final of the tournament is a last man standing match. This was a particularly star-studded and deep lineup. I'll go over that after the match that we're about to bring you. So let's go down to it. You're going to see a clip of one of the quarter-final matches. Mike Musso versus Dickie Divers in the second round of 7 Deadly Sins.
He's been a bit multiple times. Divers getting the fans' case there. I don't think there's a single person in this building that is supporting Dickie Divers, apart from obviously Taylor Bride and James Scott, but didn't really count. You see Divers, unlike the previous match where Taylor Bride jumped Nathan Reynolds before the bell, Divers taking his time. And again, there's only 10 minutes in this match, which may sound a lot, but time has a habit of slipping away from you. And if you don't keep an eye on the clock, before you know it, the time's run out. So both these men showing a lot of confidence, I have to say, because it would often be a situation you might charge at your opponent and do everything you can as quickly as possible, but you need to retain enough stamina, because you've got a submission match next, then a last man standing match, if you want to be the winner of 7 Deadly Sins. This crowd getting firmly on Divers' case. Solid right hand, Musso's tasted them once or twice before. And Mike Musso with some clotheslines. And a huge body slam. Again, as a former winner in this tournament, Musso knows exactly what it takes to get through 7 Deadly Sins. And Divers has never got any further in this round, so this could change it as he finally collapses. And you see Musso straight for a cover. No waiting around. If a pinfall or a submission opportunity presents itself, you have to go for it. Because again, at 10 it becomes all important. Divers taking his time on the floor, no rush to get back. Musso will go after him now. He's chasing Divers. And he drop kicks Musso through the ropes. Good move by Divers. So it's an advantage when you get back in the ring first. Some fighting on the floor here. I thought we'd only be seeing that in our main event. Last man standing match as Musso gets run at the post. It's going to slow his momentum down. There's the other thing you have to watch as well. Because if you pick up an injury, the next round is a submission match. So Musso's gone straight in that ring post. If his shoulder is injured, when he goes into the next round, will that then become a target? Will it be, hang on, cover here?
That was just a taste of Mike Musso versus Dickie Divers from one of the quarterfinals of 7 Deadly Sins 2016. And again, 7 Deadly Sins is the toughest tournament in all of pro wrestling, like I said before. 4 rounds, each with separate stipulations, 7 wrestlers involved. The opening round is the Battle Royal. All 7 wrestlers are involved in that. Whoever wins receives a bye straight in the semi-finals. Everybody else has to compete in the quarter-final matches, which are singles matches with a 10-minute time limit. The semi-finals are fought under submission rules, and then the final of the tournament is a last man standing match. Whoever wins the whole thing moves on to get a heavyweight championship match at Resolution. And this year's lineup, well, 2016's, was incredible. We had all 3 members of the contingency plan. We had Joe Coffey, Lucien Maynard Smith, Nathan Reynolds, and yes, you've just seen a Mike Musso. What a septet of action that was. As you can see by the clip you've just seen, again, multiple camera angles. It is all the whistles and bells you would expect from watching a pay-per-view. We don't necessarily bring you multiple camera angles here every week on Wrestling Showdown, but you know what, on the box office we do, and this event is more than worth the $4.99. Again, only selected titles are part of the binge option, $9.99 means you can watch all of them to your heart's content. There's some really, really good stuff. The other thing I've not mentioned, 7 Daily since 2016, is the non-tournament match. And it is one of the best non-tournament matches in 7 Daily since history. Joey Legend, then the heavyweight champion, put that title on the line against Kevin Williams. Kevin Williams is a big video games fan, and it's fair to say that he definitely levelled up after this match. It was one of the best matches Kevin's had, one of the best matches Joey Legend has had, one of the best title matches I think we've ever had in W3L, and I strongly recommend the whole event. Go watch it. You will absolutely love it, I promise you. So again, there's so much on the box office. Go to it, watch all that stuff, enjoy as much as you can before we come back to running live events, which hopefully we bring you later in the year. Again, these are the dates we currently have penciled in. All are subject to change. Crafty Corner Super returns our live event sponsor, of course. Show them some love, tell them that we said hello. Got a fantastic W3L t-shirt, because why not? I mean, who doesn't love a nice t-shirt? And we've got loads of them available for you on the website. And buy a fan support package. Prices begin at £5 and go upwards. So whatever you can afford, please, if you can help us, please do. Again, these packages are about to leave very soon. They won't be around for much longer, and just helps you help us tide us over until we're back up and running properly. You can get those fan support packages. You can get the t-shirts. You can buy DVDs, all of which come from our website. It's W3LWrestling.com. Make your purchase and send it to the mailing list while you are at it. Give us a like on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, join us over on Instagram. Of course, subscribe to this channel. And yes, I've said it multiple times, but check out the box office. Again, you can watch the previews, you can purchase events, you can rent events, you can binge watch some of the events. There's some of the biggest and best W3L shows from throughout its history. There's some compilations, there's a documentary, all of it's available for you to see via digital download. You don't even have to leave the house, you have to go anywhere, you don't have to plug anything in, just a couple of button clicks on your keyboard or whatever device you're watching it on, and you are done. I strongly recommend checking the box office. Check out 7 Deadly since 2016, it's an absolute cracker. Next week, I'm going to spotlight another amazing title from the W3L box office. So come back, you will see which one it is, and I will see you in 7 days' time right here on Wrestling Showdown Box Office Spotlight.
On this night, the 7 Deadly Sins battlefield was populated by 7 of the biggest stars in W3L history: the Contingency Plan, Joe Coffey, Mike Musso, Lucian Maynard Smith, and Nathan Reynolds. The prize, a shot at the heavyweight championship on W3L's grandest stage. The task is wrestling's toughest tournament, 7 Deadly Sins. First is the opening round battle royal, and then it's down to pinfall, submission, knockout. Who will win W3L's toughest tournament, 7 Deadly Sins 2016? Available now on DVD at W3LWrestling.com and on digital download at W3LBoxOffice.com.